become transgress in regard to their honor, yes, it's bad, but it is not as the scholars. Because if you speak bad about a scholar, then what it is that you're sending the wrong signal to the people not to take from him. Right? Oh, this scholar like this. So people will stay away from that scholar. And this was only based on rumors or based on things that it is have nothing that is established. So the honor of the scholars, it is not like the honor of any of us. Because they are the one that, barakallah fikum, by way of them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala established this religion on the earth. Because they are the one that yubayyinuna linnasi. They are the one that clarify to the people that which Allah Jalla wa ala has sent. So rabi'an, it is that the person, barakallah fikum, if the scholar has made a mistake, then he has to rectify that mistake by way of adab, meaning by way of etiquette. Mathalan, that if now it is clear that this is a mistake from the scholar, and he is somebody that is known upon nurturing the people upon correctness, he say, either tabayyanat laka, that if you know that indeed that this is something that the scholars say and it is not correct, that you will go to him. You will go to him with the most, the best etiquette possible. And you're going to present to him the issue in a question, in a form of a question. But rather you will not come and say, or you the one that have said this and you have akhta'ta, khalafta, that you have made a mistake, you are in opposition of this. And he says some of the people, they will even point their fingers. They will even put their hands, point their fingers at the scholars, even put their hands on the face of the scholar. And he say all of this, barakallahu fikum, it is not permissible and it is not having nasiha for the scholar. Yes, the mistake has to be rectified. But how do you go by rectifying it? It is not like one of us that make a mistake. Right? It is not like one of us that made a mistake. Right? Perhaps you didn't understand what he said. So bring it to him in a form of a question. Where ya Shaykh, kada wa kada wa kada, ma ra'yuka an kada wa kada. And many times we hear this in the circles of knowledge of the scholars. A question will say, Ya Shaykh, ma ra'yuka an kada wa kada. Ya Shaykh, what do you say about this and about this? Or a student will say, Shaykh Fawzaan, is this true that you have said this and this? And many times we hear in his fatawa. And the Shaykh, he say, I never say this. And whoever say this has lied. Now this was the best thing that the student have done. In doing what? In reporting, going back to the alim, telling him about what he heard, whether it is from him or not. So therefore, the Shaykh Hafidhah, he say, أما ما يفعل بعض الجهالة الذين يأتون إلى العالم الذي رأى بخلاف ما يرونه. He said, as what the ignoramuses today they do. They will go to the alim, tayyib, and they will, just because they have a different opinion of what the alim has, tayyib, يأتون إليه بعنف وشدة. They will approach the Shaykh with ugliness. They will approach the Shaykh, barakallah fikum, with ordinance. They will approach the Shaykh with shidda, with being too stern, right? With shidda, with being too rough. وَرُبَّمَا, and he said even sometime, يَفْضُوا أَيْدِيهِمْ فِي وَجْهِ الْعَالِمِ. He said sometimes they will even put their hands in the face of the Shaykh, like pointing at him. وَقَالُوا لَهُ, and they will say to him, مَا هَذَا الْقَوْلُ الَّذِي أَحْدَثَهُ فِيهِ. What is the statement that you are inventing? ما هذا القول المنكر. What is the despicable statement that you have said? وأنت لا تخاف الله. And they will say, you have not feared Allah. But look at this. Is this the proper approach? Is this the proper nasiha to a alim? No, it is not. But rather the individual, he will come to the Shaykh. He say, أنك إذا رأيت منهم خطأ if you see any mistake from them, it is very possible, because they are not ma'soom. They are not infallible. A alim can make a mistake. A scholar will make a mistake. They are not infallible like the Sufis think about their shuyukh. They think that their shuyukh, what they say is stronger than the wahyu. They will take the statement of the sheikh before taking the wahyu from the Quran, before taking the wahyu of the sunnah. They will take the statement of the sheikh before taking qala Allahu or qala Rasul. So he mentioned أنك إذا رأيت منهم خطأ, if you see any mistake from them. The Shaykh Hafidhahullah Rahimahullah, he say, فلا تسكت, don't be silent about that mistake. وتقول, and you will say, هذا أعلم مني, that this person, he has more knowledge than me. Who am I to rectify this? Who am I to say that he made a mistake? No, he said, do not, فَلَا تَسْكُتْ, do not be silent about that. But also on the opposite way, on the other hand, do not approach the sheikh in the improper way. Do not approach him in a way that is not proper. And any of us that will make a mistake, you don't want nobody to come to you in a way. I mean, just us, between us that are laymen, right? I make a mistake. I mean, naturally, nobody wanna see someone coming to you like rough, trying to rectify you, or coming to you harsh to rectify you. This is not the tabi'i of the human being. This is not the natural disposition of the human being, that he will take a rough criticism or a rough rectification. This is not, barakallahu fikum, the asl. That human being, they tend to be more alert for someone that came to them in the best ways. In the best ways. So therefore, these are from the nasiha of their scholars. And likewise, from the nasiha to have, right, the sincere advice that is to be given to the scholars, أن تدلهم على الخير ما يكون في دعوة الناس. It is also, you are enlightening them in anything that is good in regard to calling the people to at-tawheed. Right? You will direct them to that which of anything that is good in regard to calling the people, in their call to the people. He says, فَإِذَا رَأَيْتَ هَذَا عَالِمٌ مَحْبُوبًا لِنَشْرِ الْعِلْمِ. If you see that this scholar, he loved to give, to spread knowledge. وَيَتَكَلَّمَ فِي كُلِّ مَكَانٍ وَتَرَى النَّاسَ يَتَثَاقَلُونَهُ وَيَقُولُونَ هَذَا أَثْقَلُ عَلَيْنَا. He say, كُلَّمَا جَلَسْنَا قَامَ يَتَحَدَّث. He say, like you find somebody, a scholar or a student of knowledge, that really wherever he is, he loves to give what? To give benefit. Wherever he is, he want to always talk about knowledge. He always want to talk about knowledge, to the point that some of the people, they will see it to be too heavy upon them. That this individual, alhamdulillah, this is what he loves. Right? He has so much zeal that he want to spread knowledge, that wherever he sits down, he brings about points of knowledge. He want to always, alhamdulillah, give knowledge. But this is not also what is natural in the human beings. It is not all the time that you want to be serious with your wife. It is not all the time you want to be serious with your kids. Sometimes they want to just, as we say, they want to just shoot the bobo. They just want to talk sometimes. They just want to talk about nonsense. They want to talk about things that are not relevant, things that are not important. They just want to chit-chat sometimes. But you want to take it always serious. This is not kadhalik. So that you will be making it. He say, وَتَرَى النَّاسِ يَتَثَاقَلُونَهُ. It is weighing on the people. It is heavy on the people. Limada, anytime that you're present, that you always want to talk about, knowledge and the likes of this. He say, if you see this in the people, because sometimes the people will not present themselves, right, to the scholar like that. Because they might be feeling shy. That, the scholar is, he's here, he's giving them knowledge. That he's giving them knowledge that, they shy. But you see the situation, it is for you to talk to him. It is for you to clarify it for him until barakallahu fikum he will see the reality. Because indeed, the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it was beloved for the companions to sit in the gathering of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But the Messenger alayhi salatu wa salam, fearing to bore them, right, that he will not make it long. He will not make it long. He will not make that sitting to be long. He will not be too extensive in the sitting. But rather he will know what time to cut it. What time to stop. So the people would not bore. It doesn't matter how you are into the class. At a certain point, we human beings, barakallahu feekum, you feel tired, right? Let's say right now some people didn't go to sleep, they went to work. If you want to be, because it's nice, you want to read it for 2 hours, listen, you're losing the crowd. No benefit. Nobody going to go home. But to the contrary, everybody going to go home, man. Subhanallah. I ain't going to make it next Sunday. To know, barakallah fikum, when to stop. To know when to, alhamdulillah, cut it off. This is also from, alhamdulillah, giving the nasiha to the scholars. Now that the nasiha to the umara here, which is the second category of the a'immatul muslimin, the leaders of the muslimin, pretty much barakallah fiqh what Shaykh Salih al-Uthaymin rahimahullah mentioned is, alhamdulillah, pretty much what Shaykh Salih al-Fawzaan and Shaykh Muhammad Ali Shaykh, what they have said. But the first thing that important that he, alhamdulillah, within find in others was this that is important. He say, أولا اعتقاد إمامتهم, that you believe, right? And you believe in your heart and accept that they are the leaders. Meaning those who are the leaders in their, yani the umara, at-tatbiq al-sharia, right? Those who implement the sharia, though the king or the president or the prime minister, or those who are in the leaders of the country or the Muslims. So you believe that they are the leaders. You accept that. You believe that they are the leaders. طيب. Because فَمَنْ لَمْ يَعْتَقِدْ أَنَّهُمْ أُمَرَاء, because the one that doesn't believe that they are the leaders, لَمْ يَنْصَحْ, he will not have no nasiha lahum to their leaders. If you don't believe that they are the leaders, how are you going to give them advice? You must first believe that they are the leaders, right? So alhamdulillah, the next step is that you'll be able to give them the nasiha. He said, لِأَنَّهُ إِذَا لَمْ يَعْتَقِدْ أَنَّهُمْ أُمَرَاء, if you don't believe that they're the leaders, he say, it will not be possible that you will give them, barakallahu fikum, in regard to aiding them, in regard to assisting them, in regard to even following them and obeying them. Because you don't believe that they are the rulers. Another issue which is very important, that Shaykh Salih al-Uthaymin mentioned, it is nashri mahasinihim, to spread the good that they do. To spread the good that they do. Because you have individuals, all they mention is about their shortcomings of the rulers. But they don't never, barakallahu fikum, mention about the good, the assets that the ruler have done, the good that the ruler have done. And this mentioning the good that the ruler have done, important point, yu'addi ila mahabbatin nasi lahum, it will make the people love them. And this is why, if a person is dealing with someone in authority, that you have something that you want to present to them, let be the first thing that you will start is mentioning how much they are striving hard in accomplishing their responsibilities. whether it is at your job, whether it is at whatever it is, mention to them. Let's say